Hey, good evening and welcome to everybody on this beautiful Monday night. Cold, cold Monday night. Kelly McLaughlin's already in the room. Welcome, Kelly. Lovely to see you, my darling. I do hope you're well. And how is New York tonight, today? Because afternoon for you, isn't it? It's evening here. It's 8 p.m. here in the UK, which means it's roughly between 3 and 5 where you guys are in the United States. But a huge hello, and Catherine has joined us as well. Pretty epic intro music, Paul. Looking forward to the show. Thank you so very much. It's going to snow in New York. Well, it seems to be snowing from one end of New York or one end of America. I mean, if it's snowing in California, there's something wrong, right? It's cold. It's cold in the United. Well, it's cold here in the UK. Actually, it's blooming freezing here in the UK at the moment. The doors were, my wife opened the doors just before I came on the show, and she went and decided that she was going to open the doors, and it was like, can't wait to get in to do the show. So off I toddled, and the show has started. Ronnie is in the house. Ronnie, welcome to the show. It's 2 p.m. where Ronnie is, wherever you are in the United States of America. So Kelly's looking forward to the show, and Catherine is looking forward to the show, and Catherine's also saying it's snowing in Canada. Well, it's kind of like it always snows in Canada. It's pretty freezing up there. Even Russia couldn't handle that anymore and sold it back to you. Anyway, no, that wasn't. That was below Canada, wasn't it? Helen, good evening, Helen. Welcome to the show. Vanessa's joined us as well. All right, my lovely Nat, beauty. And to this wonderful person, as you can look at the bottom of the screen, if you look at the bottom of the screen, that's all I get to see. That's all I see. Facebook user, Evening Paul. Clip over to, come out of Facebook, go on to YouTube. Top of the YouTube where you do the search, type in Paul Francis Medium. Boom. Take you straight back to the show, and I'll actually be able to see who you are. Vanessa says, Baltic. And Kellyanne, how? Kellyanne, welcome to the show. Katrina says, it's freezing in West Wales, and the skies are mostly lit up with northern lights tonight. Yes, indeedy. I actually caught the northern lights in Cornwall one year. I haven't seen them this year yet, but I actually caught them in Cornwall one year. Beautiful. And actually, when I first saw them, I was like, what the heck is that? Worried me a little bit. I was thinking, my goodness, there's gas in the sky. We're going to explode and blow us all the way to the moon. And then somebody looked at me and went, idiot. That's the Northern Lights. Okay. Right. Lynn's joined us as well. Lynn is in the highest. Let's get it going. Jessica Miranda Putnam has joined us. Lovely to see. Katrina says, I can't wait. It's my dream to see just a second, I'll put these back in. It's my dream to see the Northern Lights. Well, let's get your fingers crossed and get a clear night, and you should be able to see them. Ronnie's rubbing it in. Like, see, Ronnie's, well, it's warm here in Louisiana. And the Louisiana heat belt. Thanks for that, Ronnie. That's so kind of you to let us know, because the rest of us are freezing. It's Andrea Richards. Andrea, hi, welcome to the show. Lovely, this Andy Pandy Tiger Lily. That's a cool name. Lindsay Hill says, found you. Lindsay, welcome. Lovely to see you. Thanks very much for being here. Don't forget, guys, share the show. Get the show out there. Now, here's the big thing. If you guys want me to stay, if you want me to be here, okay, we have to pump, bam, get the show out there, okay? So don't forget to subscribe to the show, okay? Then hit the little bell icon, because when you hit that little bell icon, every time I do a show in the future, boom, it's going to tell you all about it. Hey, Paul's on, get on there. So it's going to tell you, and future shows coming up, it's going to tell you loads of information, but here's the kicker, right? Here's the kicker. Here's what you want to be doing. What's going to happen is, for everybody who shares the show and gets people to come on and subscribe, okay, the system automatically acknowledges the fact that you're bringing people on, they're coming on via you and subscribing, and you're going to win prizes just for doing that. So get out there. The more you get in here, the more options you get of getting prizes. And those prizes can be from something as small as a beanie, the merchandise beanie, hats or t-shirts, right up to having one-to-ones with me, right up to having coming out, invited out on group sessions, invited out on ghost hunts, all because you're getting out there and sharing it. Get out there and share. Right. Kathy Little's in the house. Kathy, welcome to the show. Lisa has joined us. Lovely to see you. Where's Roger and Faye? Are they coming today? No, they're not coming today because they're opening their new offices. And that normally usually have guests on Spirit Quest, whereas it's Spirit Quest is one. It's the show Spirit Quest is called The Journey of Life. So it's made up of all different aspects of growth, spiritual growth, personal growth for people from all elements. Okay. Whereas this show, Reach Across, is all about connection to spirit, connection to on a psychic and a mediumship level. So it's really all about that. And me teaching you guys how to open up and how to understand when your family really are trying to connect to you. Mona Shipley's joined us. Mona, lovely to see you. Puffin's joined us. Good evening. Puffin's lovely to see you. Jessica says, I'll be back in a few minutes. Thanks for sharing. Michigan, USAN, the house. This house is clear. Thank you very much, Lisa, for coming here tonight. It's lovely to see you, as it always is. So yes, I don't know how my name comes up as Andy Pandy Tiger Lily and not Andre. And well, it's because you will have registered on YouTube as Andy Pandy Tiger Lily. That's why. And it comes up as that. But it's good to see you nonetheless. Grania Burns, good evening. Grania, welcome to the show, my darling. Lovely to see you. My cousin, my sweetheart. Back in a few, just got to get my doggies from the garden. Okay. Trudy says, I only feel like a winner. Life is good. Trudy, you are a winner. Not feel like one. You are one. You are a super duper party winner. Susan Ferguson has joined us. Lovely to see you, Susan. And welcome to the show. Lisa Howard. Hi, y'all. Hi, Lisa. Welcome. Lovely to see you. Paul, I'm from Long Island, New York. I have a lot of pals from the Long Island. But hey, guess what? Look, I only get to see you like that because I don't know who you are. Because what I need you to do, okay, is I need my Long Island, New York friend to go over to YouTube. Okay, click into YouTube, go into the search bar and type in Paul Francis Medium. And it will bring you straight back to the show, but I'll be able to see who you are. And it's a lot more stable. Please do that. I would love to see who you are, but all the way from Long Island, I've got two pals. I got Russ and Pete from Long Island. They talk like this here. Hey, Paul, how's it going? All right. I love them guys. Welcome to the show. Roger Garza has put his head in the door. Hey, Rog, what's on? Brother, I'm trying to get on Streamline. You wouldn't get on Streamline unless I sent you an invitation, and we're waiting on. Well, no, I'll talk to you personally about all this stuff later on. I would have to send you an invitation, so I haven't set it up yet. I can set it up while we're getting on with the show. But you did say to me you weren't coming on because you were setting up your new office. But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here nonetheless. Lisa's from Australia. Wow. I come from a land down under. Lisa, lovely to see you. Thank you. What time of the day is it with our friends in Australia? What time is it over there? Vanessa Bowe says, I'm here. Vanessa, hi. I hope you had a good birthday. I did. It was quiet. It was very, very late. Probably a bit more laid back than I would normally be happy with, but it was quiet and laid back. Half of my family are up country. So I had Maddie and Maya and Johanna and Faith. And it was just the five of us and and Alex, who is Maddie's boyfriend. Now, y'all going, who? Maddie and Maya are my daughters, Madison and Maya. And Faith is Johanna's daughter, and Alex is Maddie's boyfriend, and Johanna is my other half. It's 6:12 a.m., Lisa, and you're up and at it already? Wow. That's commitment for you. Welcome to the show. I hope you're going to have, well, not I hope, you are going to have a fantastic day today. Thank you. So basically, as we're sort of getting things lined up and getting ready for the show, Spirit Quest is back on Thursday night, which I'm looking forward to doing. And tonight, though, is all about linking with our friends and family on the other side of life. Now, they're linking with you all the time. They're trying to talk to you constantly. So basically, what I wanted to do was create a show, not that just does reads. I mean, there is 1,000 shows out there that just troll out reads. Oh, I've got your granny coming through, and she says she loves you. Okay, good. But I wanted a show that not only links to your family, but teaches you as well. Okay, so the idea is, I've always believed in the concept that you learn from the Bible. Number one, if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. If you teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. So, with that concept firmly in grasp, if I show you how your friends and family are trying to talk to you, the likelihood of you being able to see and hear, well, not necessarily see, but definitely hear and feel and understand, it'll grow and grow and grow, and it'll get better and better and better. So that's what this show is all about. Reach across. Tia, hi Paul. Need to see you soon. Tia, I'll be very, very happy to see you, my darling. Just let me know when and where. Why don't you all join Paul on YouTube tonight? It's easy to log in, says Arlen, and she's absolutely spot on correct. So, for example, my darling pal Lisa Howard, all the way from Australia, if you go ahead onto YouTube, if you come out of Facebook and go onto YouTube and type in YouTube in the search bar, Paul Francis Medium, and it'll bring you straight back to this show, straight back here. And then what I need you guys to do, if you haven't already on YouTube, is subscribe. Click that subscribe button and then click the like button. Bam, 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 bam. Hit that like button over and over and over. Here's the little bit that I really need you to do, and that is to click on the little bell icon. Because what will happen, the bell icon will let you know every time we release new videos, or I'm going to be doing little seminars, or I'm going to be doing more shows like this. So subscribe, hit the bell icon, and like those videos. Julie Sharp, she says, Julie Sharp, give up trying to get on YouTube. Jeez, not internet savvy. Hey, Julie, it's actually easier to get onto YouTube than it is onto Facebook. Easier. All right. You must have, when you go into your search bar at the top of your computer or laptop or tablet or whatever, and just click YouTube and you just write YOUTU and it'll come up straight away. Click on that into the search bar, Paul Francis Medium. Boom, you're there. You're here. But there you go, my darling. And thanks for being here nonetheless. Thank you. Could you repeat that not about the fish again, please? Oh, could you repeat that not about the fish again, please, Paul? I'm not too sure what that means, but I'm assuming you might want to be saying, could I repeat that thing about the fish? Which means basically how I sort of I've always sort of designed what I do work-wise is on this concept. In the Bible, it states, if you give a man a fish, you will feed him for a day. If you give him a fish, he'll take it and you'll feed him for a day. If you teach him to fish, you'll feed him for a lifetime because he then knows what he's doing. And that's why I brought that concept into my work. If I do a read for you, you'll get that reading and you'll be like, wow, that's cool. I want more. But if I teach you to understand that your friends and family are trying to talk to you and trying to communicate with you on a regular basis, then you'll be getting those reads that much more regular. And I believe that every medium and psychic and medium has due process that we should be doing. I think that should be the case. Okay, not these idiots who just want to rinse people of money, like the moron that tried to contact me the other morning. I got so fed up with it. I'm sorry if I sounded a little bit rough, but I got so fed up with these idiots going, hi, was just coming past you and felt you need a reading, felt that I was drawn to you. And I'm like, okay. So I went, okay. I really feel you need a read. Okay. You feel I need a read, yeah. So what kind of reading would you like? Well, you told me you were drawn to me, and you told me I feel like I need to read, but you're asking me what kind of a read I want? Grr. Okay, this is how they get you. I'm going to tell you all right now. Okay, here's how. See, right, if they do read for you and then take money off you, then they're in the wrong. If they ask you what kind of a read you want, you go, "Oh, I'd like a reading for my future," and they do a reading for you, then they charge you, then because you've already asked for the reading, and that's where they get you. Watch out for that. Anyway, if they troll through you and say I was drawn to you, and I was pulled and drawn to rubbish. Just boom, next. Okay. So my darling Tia says that's what I just did on YouTube, not Facebook. Yes, Tia, good on you. So Julia Evans is Julie's here now. Lovely to see. Ronnie says I shared for you because you're a sweetheart, Ronnie. That's why. Tina Cantu. I figured out how to put my picture on this time. And that's how you can see me. And I'm so glad that you have, Tina. Thank you very, very much. Lindsay Hill says, I just seen your up and coming theaters. Any in North Devon? There most likely will be. Yes, there most likely will be. The first tour that's being planned at the moment is the US, though. Oddly enough, the planning is going to be in the United States. Tony has made it from Tony from Long Island has made it into YouTube. Good on you, Tony. Well done. Kelly McLaughlin says, "What are the best books to get on spirits?" Mine. Jane Doyle says, "Hi, Paul. Hi, Jane. Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it." Kelly, best book on spirits. It depends on what you want to learn. If you want to learn about development and personal development, hints and tips on what to do, what not to do, then definitely. And it's not because I wrote it; it's because I wrote it specifically to give everybody a heads up. I can't go around campaigning that mediums and psychics should teach people to how to understand and listen out for, and then not back it up. And the Safe Way was written for that reason. Okay. So if you are going to get my book, The Safe Way, only get the deluxe version and the latest version, which you can do via my website. And he says, let me get that banner up. There you go. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see how to get onto my website. And you'll be able to get there. Okay. Audio copies of a little book of quick wisdom. He says, let me just get that one there. There you go. Audio copies of The Safe Way by Paul Francis at paulfrancis111.com. So, see, what happens is I'm used to having somebody do all this for me. So, pressing buttons and making things happen. And I'm doing it myself, which I'm actually finding quite exciting. I'm thinking your tour needs to include Victoria in Canada. Yes, Catherine. I think a short couple of dates definitely in Canada, because I think what I said to the people that I had a meeting with was I wanted to start in New York. So if we fly over and we do the first shows in New York, then I can zip up to Canada, do another couple of shows, and then carry on going across and down through America. So I will definitely look at including Canada on the first tour. Paul, is your book on audio not on audio as yet, and the reason for that is we were about to start recording the audio, and the basically the COVID hit, and the studios that we record had got shut down, not put down. And so we're going to be moving shortly to the new studios, and then the audiobook will come out then. However, the downloadable version of the books are available once again via my Facebook or website. I can nearly speak tonight. A wonderful person once again from Facebook has come up and said, "Hi, good evening," and give me a little kiss as well. But that's all I get to see. Could you please, thank you thank you for being here. I appreciate that very much. But could you please come out of Facebook, go onto YouTube, type into YouTube. When you open YouTube up will come the search bar at the top. Type in the search bar, Paul Francis Medium. It'll bring you straight back to the show, and I'll be able to see who you are, and we can talk a little bit better. Kellyanne High says, hi, Paul. Do you come to South Shields? Hi, Paul. I'll just read that again. Let me just bring it up. It's easier when I see it up here. There you go. Do you come to South? I'm assuming that's going to be South Shields. Do you reading with a group of us, and how much? How many? If so, thanks. Well, Kellyanne, best thing to do is contact me on Messenger, PM me, private message me, and we can definitely figure that out for you. And Helen says, welcome to from some South Shields. There you go. New York. Kelly says, are you coming to New York? Yes, I'm coming to New York. Jane Doyle says, are you coming to Ireland? You can absolutely bet your boots. I'm definitely coming to Ireland. There are 2 shows at the minute definitely planned, one in Dublin, one in Belfast. Those are the 2 shows that are definitely planned. There are maybe 2 more in there as well, because I wanted to do one in my hometown of Armagh. That's where I'm from, County Armagh. And another one in maybe and around Newry, kind of, because I wanted to kind of break down Ireland into 4 pieces. So Dublin being the most southerly point, and then maybe up around Dundalk, Newry, Armagh, and Belfast. So there are definitely 2 planned for Ireland. That's definitely happening. Catherine goes, oh yeah. Julie Sharp says, I love the Safeways. Brilliant. Oh, made me feel so proud. Thank you for that, Julie. Just as a matter of what about what's the best bits that you're getting out of the Safeway? What's the best bit you're getting out of the Safeway? You know, how's it sort of helping you? I'd love to know, because different people are telling me different things, but it's really interesting to find out what's the best bits and what bits are really jumping out of you. My darling Faye, she kind of uses it as the Bible almost, as she said, and that made me feel so really good. Would you be coming to Nova Scotia? I don't know. Nova Scotia. If there's multiples of venues in Canada, okay, if there's multiples of venues in Canada, rather than doing a dash in, dash out, I might do a first, toe in the water concept, in the big cities that border sort of America, border New York. So what I might do is I'll do one or 2 nights there, and then plan a Canadian tour. Possible. Roger's on YouTube watching. Well, Roger, thank you, buddy. I will get in it. I've got to sort out how to do all the invitation thing, and then I'll get you on board, and we'll do a wee bit of work. We'll aim for that for the second half of the show. Dawn Hatton is in the house. Hello, my darling Dawn. Do you know what was weird? I was on Saturday. I was in Truro, and I was wondering. I kept kind of. I had a couple of meetings, which happened, and then I was keeping a lookout for you to see if I could see you. It was amazing. Mrs. McBride says that lovely person is me. Thanks for coming to the show, cuz. Lovely to see you. Jane Doyle says, hi, Roger. Roger said hi to everybody else. Brilliant. Kellyanne says hi. See you in Dublin, says Jane Doyle. You can be assured of that, my darling. Come on, Armagh, says my cousin. That's Grania, by the way. Grania McBride is my cousin, and she lives in Armagh. Lewis Marsden. Hello, Lewis. Lewis, even. How are you, my darling? It's great to see you. Missed you guys. And how's mom and dad? Hope they're well. Lewis's mom and dad are good pals of mine. What about North Wales, Paul? Not too far from Rhyl. Well, my sister-in-law lives in Wales. I've done 2 or 3 shows in Wales, and they've always been fantastic. So I don't see why not, really, to be honest with you. I don't see why I shouldn't. The Welsh people are very loving. They're very open to mediumship. I actually had a couple of idiots in sort of the East Wales. I did something in East Wales, and there was a couple of videos, go, oh, I don't believe in what you do. Okay, well, why'd you pay to come in then, idiot? Colonel Stone. Hiya, Mucker. When you going over the pond? I'm going to California this year. Mucker, by the way, is an old Irish saying. I'm going to California this year. Crazy to see you in the States. It would be, but don't forget, California is weird at the minute with weather. So watch yourself, though. Be careful. It would be cool to meet up. In fact, what I plan to do in the United States, all right, and in Canada, is one of the things that well, actually, no, I did. I'm just going to share with you what I did. Spirit put me in the right place at the right time for the right people. That's a definite. So Spirit made it so that I would be in front of the right people. That's an absolute given. So I was lifted by people and helped onto the bigger platforms. Okay. So I want to do the same for other people. Okay. So what I'm going to do on my tours is I'm going to have guests like Roger, but I'm also going to have in each city, I'm going to have a representative or a psychic medium in that city, give the opportunity to open on the stage. So basically, like in the music business, the warm-up act. So I'm going to have somebody I'm going to give them an opportunity to open in front of a big audience on a cool stage. And then obviously I'll have a guest who will do it. And then I'll come on. So the night will be a brilliant night with mediums taking up the stage rather than just coming there and me taking the whole entire night and being greedy about it. So I fully plan to make each venue have a medium of that area have the opportunity to open and give them an opportunity to get up on a decent stage. Kathy Little says, come to Orlando in Florida. You can be absolutely sure because Orlando is the end of the tour. I plan to be in Orlando for the end. At the end of the tour, the last shows will be in Orlando. Then I'm going to have a little bit of a vacation while I'm in Orlando. You have to go to Truro in Canada, says Dawn. I got to go Truro here. Having some investigations done at present, 24 heart monitoring this week. All right, I got to hear through this media. Cousin, I should hear privately, but sending you love, sending you healing right now. Julie Sharp says, for me, it's because she writes it. I got to see it up here. Julie Sharp, feel so much more relaxed at ease. It's like a Bible. I used to be so afraid, not anymore. Oh, so that's what you're getting from the book. Wow, thank you. That's amazing. Thank you very much. Are you doing any private readings says Andrea? Yes, I am. At this moment in time, they're virtual. I'm doing virtual reads at the moment because I'm here a lot at the moment while Johanna's going through her treatments for cancer. I don't like to be away from her. If it's in the town that I'm in, I can go out and do an hour and come back. That's fine. But I'm not doing upcountry reads. I'm doing them all virtual at the moment until we hit the tour. So they're doing great. Hope to come to see one of your shows, Lois. I should hope so as well. I expect you to, young lady. Emma Phillips has joined us. Hi, Emma. Lovely to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being at the show. I keep seeing shadows, Lois. Here we go. I keep seeing shadows at the corner of my eye frequently, and it doesn't scare me. I just feel like someone's constantly watching. I don't know who it is, though. Right. Okay. So in that situation, what you want to be doing is when you catch, that's one of the easiest ways to catch spirit family and friends peripherally. They'll sort of flicker here and you'll turn and you won't see anything. The reason why you don't see anything when you turn really quickly is because if you did see them, the likelihood of you passing out is quite high. You might not think you'd be scared, but when you see a spirit, listen, I've been on so many paranormal investigations, ghost hunts, if you like, for big burly characters who think that they're not afraid of spirits until one turns up, and then all of a sudden they change like that. Did you see? Boom, gone. So spirit knows that. So your spirit family aren't going to want to scare you. So they're going to come in gently. They're going to come in a little bit at a time. Them turning up in your middle of your living room and making a full manifestation, not very likely, because you just could not take it. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you think you're Captain Big Bollocks. You know, if my mum just appeared in front of me in the middle of a living room, most likely. So yes, you will catch them peripherally. But here's what you want to be doing when you make that sort of connection, that little connection. Just say hi, saw you. Thank you for letting me see you. Can you give me an idea who you are? If you are, and then you say the person's name, then make a sign like tap the wall, or maybe lead me to a picture of you, or make a sound so I can understand that you are who you are. So don't be afraid to actually ask questions, because they want to know, they really want you to acknowledge that they're there. That's the high and low of it. So if you can build that communication gently by just little things like tapping or signs or music or smells for that matter. So if they give a fragrance out of, say, for an example, a perfume or a cologne, or if they give if they were really well known for cooking, they give off that fragrance. You know what I'm talking about: smoke, pipes, blah blah blah. And let them connect to you via that little bit at a time, baby steps. It's better to have a baby step than no steps at all. Catherine says, Paul, oh, please, please, please. I'd love to stand next to you in mediumship. I'm going to hold that up to the spirit and possibly feeling all teary at the thought. Oh my gosh, why would you feel teary? I am the world's biggest Mickey taker. Okay. The likelihood of me taking the Mickey out of you on stage is very high. Spirit don't like sadness. They want to see happiness. They want to see people having a jovial time. And that's why my nickname was the comedian, because I have fun. And when people's energies are a lot higher when you're having a laugh, and then it's easier for spirit to come through when their energies are higher. So I really build up that laughter. Right. So Grania Burns says, let me know if you're going to be doing a show in Eureka so I can arrange a catch up. You can be assured of that, darling. Absolutely. Oh God, we got another one of these idiots coming in there. Let's block that moron. Gone. Thank you. Oh, so where are we? Again, got a lovely another Facebook user saying hi, Paul. I'd love to see who you are. I really, really would. I'd love to see who you are. So come out of Facebook, go into YouTube, in the search bar, type Paul Francis Medium. It'll bring you straight back to this show, and I'll be able to see who you are. It's a lot more stable on YouTube than it is on Facebook. Trust me. Pichan Lawrence, hello, hand pink waving. Hello, Pichan Lawrence. Welcome to the show. Hand pink waving. Pinkish. Welcome to the show. Lovely to see you. Grania says sending prayers and healing and strength. Absolutely. Sending lots of prayers and healing loves is Helen and Lois, and happy tears is our Catherine. Thank you very much. Lindsay Hill says, do your loved ones talk to you, Paul, and do you see the spirits of your lost loved ones? Yes, and weirdly enough, the person who's spoken to me in over the last 20 years, the person who has spoken to me the most is the person that I would have least expected, and that is my dad. Okay, he has been so vocal. I mean, within days of his crossing, he was woomph, he was on it. But that's my dad. My dad had no patience, just like me, and he made connections so quickly, and he's learned how to make those connections and how to prolong those connections, and he's been doing it, and makes me feel tons better. It really, really does. So yes, he does. My mom came through to me. Now, when she passed, I I I was finding it really difficult when she passed. Literally on the days and weeks after she passed, I was very, very down. And it took her 3 years to make a connection to me, and I couldn't deal with that. It took her three occasions to get through to me, and it wasn't until the third occasion I was able to deal with it. And so it took her 3 years, and then a sequence of connections over maybe a further 2 years before I was able to deal with her. So it doesn't matter if you're a top end psychic medium. You're still a son or a daughter, and you still have to deal with that crossing in the same way as everybody else. There's no magical insight that helps you come through grief any quicker than anybody else. So that's why I'm very, very cautious about trying to push people through grief, but I do encourage them to come through it. Okay. Delancia Naido. What a beautiful name. Delancia Naido. Welcome to the show. How cool. Valerie Kesterson says, thank you. I am sensitive and we live in my husband's grandparents' old farmhouse. And I have a lot of people who come to me and I don't know which one it is. So just talk to them. Yeah, just a little bit at a time. A little bit at a time. I will tell you. Okay, here we go. It's happening. Let me just get this out of the way. Right, before I go anywhere, let me just tell you all that tonight I'm coming to you live via uprn.com. That's United Public Radio Network, coming to you 105.3 to 107.7 FM from the beautiful city of New Orleans. Welcome to all of the people in and around the city and state of New Orleans. Lovely to see you. I'm hoping you're having a fantastic afternoon. If you get the opportunity to pull over and have a little break and a cup of coffee, why not hop onto YouTube? In the search bar, type Paul Francis Medium, and it will take you directly to our live show here. Come and let us know that you've been listening to us live, loud and proud, and say hi. And we love to say hi back. I will be back, don't forget, next Thursday night for Spirit Quest. And we'll be talking about a brand new subject coming up on Thursday night. But tonight, coming up in the second half of the show, will be my dear pal Roger, who is a phenomenal reader in himself. And we will have a chat. And maybe we can do some joint reads tonight. So, one other thing I forgot to tell you guys. If you are an avid fan of Roku TV, guess who's on Roku TV? To all of the viewers on Roku TV, hello and welcome to the show. Lovely to see you. If you'd like to talk to us while watching us live on Roku TV, why not zip across to YouTube, Paul Francis Medium in the search bar? Boom, you'll be right here. And I would love to say hi. So I want to go back up there and have a chat with Valerie, because Valerie, as I was looking at your just at your little angel in the corner here, and you were talking about living in your grandparents' old farmhouse. There is a gentleman connected there who seems to be either a brother to the owner of the property, because I don't feel I'm a direct owner of the property. I feel I'm just one off to the side. So it could well be a brother of the owner of the property, the original owner of the property. But this gentleman tells me that there's a connection to World War II I'm supposed to acknowledge, okay? There's a William, Will, or Bill name being shouted here in the background to be acknowledged. Before we go anywhere, it's important you guys understand that when I hear names, it means who they are, who's with them, or please say hi to. Don't automatically assume this person's crossed over. So think laterally, who they are, the person who's talking to me, who's with them on the other side of life, or they want me to acknowledge somebody here. But I'm hearing the name Bill shouted. So that's a William, Will, Bill name to be acknowledged. I'm still getting more connections. I'm seeing one of my favorite films, which is Kelly's Heroes, which is the super filled with stars movie about World War II. It's a kind of comedy World War II show. Clint Eastwood, main character, Telly Savalas, and they go and get gold, Nazi gold, from a bank. And I keep seeing that. And that's one of my symbols that drags me to World War II. Okay, so there's this World War II connection here, Valerie, I'm supposed to acknowledge. So now either they want me to talk about the law, or somebody wants me want to be connected to as being connected around the law. I'm seeing scales of justice here, so they want me to talk about that. Um, Valerie, remember this. I've got to share this one with you. Okay, I'm just got to get my cards ready. It's important to talk about this, Valerie. It's never a good idea to go backwards. Okay, one thing retracing your steps, another thing going backwards. Okay, it's never a good idea to go backwards. I'm supposed to tell you, don't go backwards. Retrace your steps by all means, but move forward. All right. Now, I actually heard September as being significant. Okay, September being the 9th month. Normally they would just give me the number, but I heard September as being significant. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give these cards a little bit of a good old shuffle right here, as you can hear me doing in the background, and I'm going to pick out the 9th card because that would represent September. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And before I even get to that card, Valerie, I also want to say education is big here at the moment. Something about education they want me to acknowledge, because they show me a mortarboard, which is the square hat thing you put on. So that represents a symbolism for education. So they keep bringing that up. Okay, so Valerie, here's the card that comes up for you. Okay, look at that. Notice the signs. Yes, the signs you've been receiving are heaven sent. We drop feathers and coins and other signs upon your path to remind you that you are loved and never, ever alone. Alrighty? Hopefully that helps you out, and thank you for being here tonight. Kelly says, I got to run to go back to work. Be safe, everybody. Well, listen, Kelly, you have a fantastic day at work. Thank you for taking the time to put your head in the door. I genuinely appreciate it. And be safe, my darling. Peacham says, I was invited by Roger. Well, Peachan, it's an absolute pleasure to have you here. And thank you for taking the time out to be here. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Wish my mom would make a connection after 18 years. She most likely has. But you probably missed it. She will most likely have made multiple 18 years, multiple tries to get through. But sometimes our head is so in the air looking for the huge billboard, the huge connection, that we miss all the subtle connections. And like I said at the beginning of the show, the subtle connections are usually how they try to start things off. So say openly to mom as you climb into bed, Mom, please make a connection to me. Let me know you're around, and just leave it. Okay. Don't look for the knock on the door. Don't look for the big billboard in the sky. Alrighty. So they 99.9% of the time we miss them because they're so subtle. Alrighty. So it can be a smell, it can be a perfume, it can be a smell of baking goods, it can be a particular song, it can be a movement of various things that would connect to her specifically. But be absolute. So mom either is with her brother or a male to her side. You understand that? So mom is either with her brother or a male to her side, because I'm getting two people that stand side by side. Immediately I got a pink line, which means to me maternal. So it's either mom or grandmother. Who's the M name? Like Mary, Marie, Martha. So there's a strong M name they want me to acknowledge. And somebody crosses over with the big C, Cancer. There's a Cancer connection here they want me to acknowledge. They're holding the big C up, so that means that Cancer was the main reason why they crossed over. Now, either you have her watch or she wants me to acknowledge the timepiece, okay, as being significant here. They want me to talk about Louise, or Lou, an Lulo name that they want me to talk about as well as being significant. Remember what I said. It may be who they are, who they're with. Please say hi to. Now, I'm getting pulled north up to like Blackpool area. My geography of the UK is postage stamp at best. Okay. but I'm seeing, Blackpool eliminations. It's something to do with that. They want me to acknowledge already. She just keeps saying, oh, the person who's talking to me, she hasn't said mom yet, but she has shown me maternal connection. But she just keeps saying, remember the book, remember the book, the book. And David, I've just heard the name David being shouted in the background. Strong D. I can be off by names, but I won't be off by the initial or what it sounds like. But it sounds to me like David, or Dan. There's a D-A name. Daniel could be, I suppose. A strong D. And the very first name I heard and felt was David, so I like to stick with that if that's okay with you. There's a for sale sign around you, which means to me significant change. So there's a significant change going on around you, which brings with it a lot of positivity. Okay. Yes, could be changing and moving home, moving jobs, but whatever it is, it brings with it a lot of positivity. And it feels to me about time. It's about time as well. So it feels to me that by spring, summer of this year, things are going to be completely different around you and a lot better. Alrighty. Just immediately give me the third. So the third of a month is significant, or the third month of March is significant. They want me to acknowledge. So let's get the cards out and give you the third card. Alrighty then. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Trustworthy guidance, my darling. Trustworthy guidance. You received a wonderful idea as an answer to your prayers. This idea is real and trustworthy. You can safely move forward with it, knowing that we are with you every step of the way. Ask for and be open to receiving our support for anything that you need related to this idea. There you go, my darling. Check that out. Remember I said education? There you go. Hopefully that helps you, my love. Right. Shivish Blossom, a bassoon. Shivish, welcome to the show. Lovely to see you. Lisa Lynch. Hi, Paul. That was me on Facebook again. Sorry, I forgot to watch YouTube. Lisa, click on YouTube. Click the subscribe button. You'll just on the bottom of the screen, and then click the little bell icon. Okay, so every time the show comes on, it will tell you it's on. You'll only have to click that, and it'll bring you straight here. So it's a really, really good way of making your life a lot easier. So click the subscribe. And don't forget to hit the like button, the thumbs, but click the bell icon as well. And those of you who share the shows, get it out there. The more you share and the more people you bring on board gives you opportunity to maybe have a Diamond Star hat, either a beanie, Diamond Star hat, t-shirts, books, one-to-ones, group sessions, coming out with the paranormal investigation. Oh, loads and loads and loads of options of winning. Get out there, make it happen. Dawn says, I'd love a joint reading. So you want me to talk about your elbows? That was a joke. I'm sorry. I would happily, Dawn, I will definitely sort something out about coming up to see you and getting together and doing something already. What TV is that? That is Roku, ROKU TV. Okay. Crikey. Have you been to New Orleans yet? Not yet, Lisa. No, but the show goes out in New Orleans on FM, which is on 105.3 and 107.7 FM, right out there. I can't sign it on YouTube. You should be able to. It's actually if you've got a YouTube account. Just go in on your YouTube account and it'll happen. If you haven't got a YouTube account, just open one. They're free. It's a free thing to be able to do. Today is the day my boy actually passed. I'm so sorry for that. And let's bring that up on the screen so I can see it better. There we go. My boy actually passed, and that hospital put him on a ventilator until 3.2. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. Today is the day my boy. First of all, I'm really, really sorry that you lost your son. There are no words that I could even possibly come up with that could make that any easier for you. I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry. Um, I don't believe children should outlive their parents. So what happens, and Dan Hospital put him on ventilator until 3-2. I I don't know what that means, but hopefully I'll be, if he comes through, I won't hold back. You'll get it. I will never lie. I won't ever lie, and I won't make it up just to try and make you feel good. I'd rather not. I'd rather be 100% and known to be 100% and honest. I'm not getting anything through for him as yet. I am opening up the energies, and I've just said to my guide, Sean, let's see if you can get him. Okay. Right. So Angela McKendrick says, "Good evening, Paul. Could I have a reading, please? I'm a little lost and come off the path a bit." Okay, Angela. Once again, I'm pushing the energies out there at this moment in time. Let's see if I'm drawn to you. Keep asking questions. That's the best way to do it, Angela, as you guys know. Maisie, there you go. Maisie was your nan. Then she's come through. She's come through under her mother. Mom and sister had cancer. Okay. So the reason why mom would come through like that so your grandmother has opened the door and your mom will come kind of gently underneath, because sometimes they feel that this is not necessarily the forum to come through on. They may want to do it on a one-to-one basis, or they may want to do it when you come to see a live show or something along those lines, or whatever the case may be. But they just want to catch you. It's more of a letting you know they're around you. That's what this is about. This show is all about letting you know that they are around you. All right, my darling. Kellyanne Howe, bless you, darling. Catherine says, "Have you ever seen?" Well, let's bring that up. Have you ever seen or had a joint vision where two mediums interact with the same spirit at the same time? Yes, many, many times. In fact, right up to 3. It was part of our training, okay, to be able to link in together to one energy, and we call bouncing the reed. Okay, yes, I've done that many, many, many times. And in fact, Roger and I may do that tonight shortly. So let's have a look. Who is this reading? My mom passed on the 3rd of May. Okay. Well, I've just done that reading, so it wasn't. I'd finished your reading, sweetheart. So she, just because they let me go doesn't mean they go anywhere. Okay. If you were asking for some more proof, that could have been what I was coming through for. Right. Mary Erickson, is it possible that spirit can retain a negative personality trait when they cross over? Yes, it is possible. Do they often? No. It is possible because, okay, let's say you had a member of your family who was well known for being, shall we say, not too pleasant. Okay. And I've had these on many, 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 and oh my God, I've had to fight for them. You won't believe this, but I've had to fight for them. So, let's put it this way, say they're a nasty bit of work, they weren't very pleasant, they weren't very, they weren't easy to get on with, that kind of thing, right? And then they cross over. So as soon as they sort of leave the bonds of the earth, the physicality, they're met with their friends and family, and they do what we call, or what I refer to as, hanging up their coat of inhibitions. So what they would have thought was important isn't really important anymore. So they hang up the coat of inhibitions. Now, if I brought that person through to you, Mary, and I went, "Oh, I've got such and such here, and they're saying this and that and the other, and they're really happy they're here, and they really want some of their love," you'd go, "I don't think so." Okay. That's because you're used to the personality they had here. Okay. So they will very often maybe make reference to that, but to gently drip feed you that that's not who they are now. Okay. Now, if they were not very pleasant in a very, very, very unpleasant way, and I just don't want to get into it, that karma has to be met. That karma must be met, and it will be met. Okay. You can call it whatever you want. You can call it hell. You can call it whatever. And hell, I've never it's never been fed to me in 35 years that hell is a burning place where souls are thrown into the depths and burning fire. Um, Hell, as what I kind of got the feeling of, is it's being made to penance, and the penance is reliving that time over and over until it's settled. So I could be wrong. I've just picked it up that way. All right, so I don't know if I'm right, wrong, or indifferent. Please don't hold me to that. So there we go. But yes, they can have a negative, but they will bring that negativity through to let you know who they are. But very often will replace that negativity with doing their best to help here and now. Good question, by the way, Mary. Brilliant question, in fact. Spot on. Are you? Bless you. Lisa says, just did that there. Thanks, Paul. Welcome, Lisa. Naked Flame t-shirt. You want a Naked Flame t-shirt, do you, Trudy Hall? Tony said, would love a reading. This is my first time listening to you. Well, Tony, thank you so very, very much. Really, to be able to get a reading per se, the best thing to do is kind of ask a question. Now, the reason why I say that is while you're coming up with a question, you're building energy. Okay, so you're coming up with a question. So you look at some of the questions that the people have been asking here in the chat room. That builds energy up on your side. It helps your friends and family to come through. They link it to me, fingers crossed, and we get a reading going. So best thing to do is come up with a question and we'll go down that way. So you can, you decide the question. It's not me that decides that. But still, first and foremost, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here for the first time. I do hope you'll come back weekly. We're here twice a week. You'll have to forgive me as I'm still fighting this long COVID and flu thing. So Kellyanne says, how soon after someone passes can you receive a message? Well, I think the fastest time from someone crossing to speaking to me was 45 minutes. 45 minutes. Doing an actual read was the following day. So they just let me, I've just been told such and such is here. And they went, oh my God. Got that. But a read coming from the person who had left the hospital. I happened to be doing a read in the house the following day. They came through, the person came through, and they literally said, my God, we just buried that person. So yeah. It's down to the person who's crossed. It's not really down to me. It's how quickly they want to come through. And it can be immediately, or it can be multiples of years. Really, really can. They put him on a ventilator till the 2nd of March. Well, let me just talk about that for a moment. They put your son on a ventilator till the 2nd of March. So I'm pushing energy out there to try and help him to come through. I'm being told that you have tears right now. Okay, but the energy, that information is coming through my guides. Okay, what's your first name? Come through to me and talk to me. What's your first name? Let's get you on here and talk to me about your first name. I need to know a connection to you. Right. Hello, Leanne. Welcome to the show. First time here. Lovely to see you. Is my boy with anyone specific? Well, let's put it this way. When we cross whoever we are, be it your mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin, friend, children, when we cross over, we're immediately met by friends and family. Immediately. Literally, when we let go here, usually slightly before, actually. So the reason why I was talking about when, he's been put on a ventilator and if he's already kind of in a coma and on a ventilator, they have the ability to leave the body. The body is still, for all intents and purposes, working. And the way I said is that the engine can be running, but the driver can get out of the car. That's an easy way of sort of describing. The engine can be running, but the driver has the ability of getting out of the car. And in doing that, they very often sort of shown about where it is they're going, who's there to meet them, and it makes the transition from here to there that much easier. All right. So you here's okay, I got it. Here's basically what's happening. The concept that you're looking at the physicality of what you were watching, and not the spiritual connection. Alrighty, totally understandable. This is not me pointing fingers and going, you need to stop that. And by the way, this is what you want, because my nose gets itchy. There's spirits around me. All right. Yeah, you're too busy thinking about him as being on a ventilator, being in a very very ill condition, being linked up to machines, and being prodded and pricked with injections and drawing blood. And you're seeing that. That's what you see constantly. That's not who he is anymore. Okay, he is completely 100% healthy. 100% healthy. Um, Again, I get the feeling he goes back a couple of years. So they can choose to present themselves in whatever age they want. But I feel he goes back because his best years were 2 years before he crosses. That's what I'm being made feel. Okay. So if he was, for an example, 8 and he wants to go back to 6, if he was 18, he wants to go back to 16. So, but he wants me to go back 2 years. Okay. For some reason. If this is your son, and I promise you with all my hand over my heart, I have not heard, oh, I am her son. Okay, I've not heard that. I'm just getting information coming through. I'm looking down at the what you can see on the screen, and I'm just giving what I'm hearing John Edwards saying to me, Paul, you're the mailman. Just deliver the mail. Okay, don't think about it. So I'm being made feel that I didn't complete. So I didn't complete something that I started. I didn't complete university, college, work, something that's a project. I don't know, but didn't get to complete. Right. He wants you to know he has messed with the shoes. Okay, so I'm getting the shoes have been messed around, like the wrong shoe, putting the wrong shoe, or he's pulled one out. Anyway, messing with the shoes is one of the ways he's trying to get your attention. Right. I'm arguing with him, right, and I'll tell you what's going on. Um, he's talking about the shrine. The shrine. So I don't know whether you set up pictures and you put candles all around it, or you've done something along those lines. But he's talking about the shrine, and he's finding it a little bit. I would just as well that you just had a picture of me, sat down in the chair and looked at it, and just said hi. I feel humble, really, with this energy who's talking to me. Really, really difficult to talk because he would have really ripped into this subject matter. Oh no, that's who's Tony? A strong T, Tony, Tom, Trevor, strong T name to be shouted. Remember who they are, who they with. Please say hi to. I'm beginning of a word like an S or C sound. I mean, like that, like I'm an S or a C name. Okay, whether or not you have been invited to do something like a walk or a charitable scenario that recognizes him, do it. Okay, do it. Card. He says you're wrong. You're wrong. You're not thinking correctly. You the time frame of being on the ventilator or something along those lines is wrong. You got it wrong. Okay. He wants you to because he was on, then off, then back on again. Okay. Five. May, there's a May connection here, maybe, or the 5th of a month is significant. Okay. So he's shown me the number 5. So either January, February, March, April, May, or the 5th of a month is significant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. was talking about the C connection, and then he brings out the card Cupid. Okay, just trying to get it to the cameras, because the cameras have got autofocus on them. So I bring that in there. There we go. Um, we send great waves of love into your heart and into your mind, awakening your love for life itself. Ow, what a message. Your clear decision to accept and to enjoy romance has triggered this reawakening. Allow yourself to be spontaneously celebrate love in all of its glorious aspects. So what he's telling me to tell you to do is enjoy life. That's what that's all about. Don't be sitting in, don't be wrapping yourself up in black, and don't be going in sticking in grief, because that's just making him sad. Enjoy life. Go and do the charitable connections that you can represent him in a great way, and enjoy life. That's what that message is. Valerie says, you were so bright. His grandfather and young brothers were killed in World War II, and I've been looking for my cousin whose first name was William, and my father-in-law's birthday was in September. Well, there you go. I'm glad you got that connection. Leanne says, I'm here in California for the first time. I would love a reading. If I'm drawn to you, Leanne, I promise you I will come to you. I will definitely come to you. Helen says, watching you live as well on YouTube. Helen, thank you very, very much. Lisa says, can I have a card? I'll tell you what, while I'm in between energies, I will definitely do a card for you, Lisa. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the top card. And it's really, really good to see my pal James Chalice there. Hello, James, boy. How are you? Hope you're well. Hope things are going your way, my friend. Okay. So, Lisa, let's go for the top card. All right, my darling. There you go. Ground yourself, my sweetheart. Okay. I'm trying to hold my hands. When you detach from awareness of your body and the physical world, you become ungrounded. Although it's pleasant to float around heavenward, your attention and work are needed upon the earth. We're helping you balance the spiritual and material so that you can enjoy a fulfilling and earthly life. Leanne, I don't know where. I know you're in California. I don't know where. I'm seeing blue turquoise all around you. Okay, that's a real pull to me for Native American. Okay, when I see the blue turquoise, it's a real pull for me to Native American. Leanne, I want to say as well, somebody. Oh wow. So there's an E name like Elizabeth, Elaine, Eileen, Eddie. I don't know. There's an E name. I can be off by names. I won't be off by the initial or what it sounds like. But there's an E name being shouted in the background. Somebody crosses over with an accident, a fall, a crash, something that is non-healthcare related. So I feel like an incident or a connection to a fall or something along those lines assists in their crossing. Okay. Also, that E could be Eric as well. It's something like a strong E name to be acknowledged here. Now, somebody in spirit is claiming spotlight. So either whatever happened to them was all over the media, was media based, or they worked in the media, or they worked on stage and movies, TV, radio. But I'm getting spotlights on this person to be acknowledged. Okay. Leanne, it's time to make the decision. Alrighty, it's time to. I've heard this old saying in an old movie. It's time to fish or cut bait. So it's really time to make the decision and get on with things, or literally cut away and do something different. My feeling is you should really get on with things. Okay, it's time to dust off, get up, and make life happen. Okay. There's an old saying, all things come to he who waits, but you've kind of outrun that. That's kind of, we're at the end of that. Okay, so it's really time to go. Do you know what? Courage, head down, move forward, and you will be successful. It's easy to put negative excuses in place. That's what I'm being shouted. It's easy to put negative excuses in place. It's harder to ignore them and make things happen. And what I say on a regular basis, if it's to be, it's up to me. If it's to be, whatever I'm planning, it's up to me to make it happen. I don't know. I don't know whether you said moms in spirit, but once again, I'm getting a pink line. When I get a pink line, it means maternal connection. But that could be mom, grandmother, or a female connected in on mom's side of the family. Okay. There's a J or G sounding name like Joyce, Joe, Johnson, George. I don't know. There's a J or G sounding like name being shouted in the background. And somebody crosses over with a blood related illness. Okay. So it's either blood pressure, blood sugars, aneurysm. I don't know, something that has a blood connection to it that they want me to acknowledge. And the name, I'm supposed to acknowledge the name Steve or Stephen. Now, what I've also got to say to you is don't keep running around looking. It's easier to find if you sit still and look. Okay. So I don't know whether you've been going out to multiples of mediums to try and make these connections, but the feeling is don't be doing that. Okay. Sit still. They'll come to you. So sitting in your den, in your living room, in your bedroom, and just sit and close your eyes, just breathe and think about them and draw them to you that way. Hopefully that helped you out. So ground yourself. That's what that card said. So Lisa Cantu, the Native American thing, Leon, was huge. Okay, I kept seeing this beautiful big like necklace with that beautiful Native American light blue. Okay, I'm a man. We're crap of colors. Okay, Lisa, you have an opportunity to forgive, my darling. Alrighty. The situation brings you the opportunity to heal, grow, and release negative patterns. Hold the intention of seeing another one's inner divine light and goodness, and we will help you release unforgiving thoughts and feelings and energies and lift you to a higher place and peace of a higher place of peace and compassion. All right. Right. So what I got to do now is I've set this up. I got to see if I can bring Roger in. Okay. So let's look for Roger. There he is. Okay, Roger. Okay. Sending that to you. So you better get Faye to help you because I know you're not what you would call phenomenally technically minded. Right. So let's move on down. Anything for Pichan? Because this is your first time here, Pichan, and you've come in via Roger. Roger could well bring something through momentarily if he comes in. Just to let you know, Rog, I've sent you the link. But Pichan, what I'm going to do is I was about to 4. There he is. He's come in the house. He's already here.
So
check that out.
Hearing double.
Shaking your hands.
I'm getting a delay.
Okay.
Oh, see, I'm glad Faye's there.
Thanks a lot for the confidence.
But you did this the last time, and then all of a sudden,
I know.
You came through. Well, you carry on, figure that out, and in the meantime, I'm going to do this read for Pichan.
Oh, comments here. There you go.
Thank you very much. April, there's an April connection here. I'm supposed to acknowledge. God, I had a kitten. I didn't know the dog was in the room with me. Let me finish this read for Pichan first. I don't know whether okay, not my information. they want me to acknowledge a younger spirit in energy. Now they want me to bring in literally younger spirit in energy. Somebody crosses over with an illness that came on quickly and released them to come onto the other side of life fairly quickly. Now, whether they're acknowledging that through that child or that younger energy, I'm not sure. But they want me to acknowledge a younger energy and spirit. The card that came up, Bichan, is that one. Okay, if you see that little card, look, and they want me to acknowledge play. I'm just going to put that up there. Okay, there we go. Now the message to Pichan, beloved one, it's time to set aside work for a while. Don't worry, we will oversee your responsibilities to their completion. Playfulness, gaiety, and laughter will lift your energy so that you will return to work with a renewed perspective and a heightened energy. Now you come in on that one, Roger, and the lovely Pichan has come in because you've said come and watch Paul's show tonight.
Yeah, I told her I was on, and I said, she said, well, give me the link. I said, just go to YouTube. I said, Paul Francis Medium. Boom.
And there we go.
Yep.
Golly.
If I may, Paul, I have a couple things I want to say to some people that are on right now. Oh, boy, I should go get Max now.
She has to have her, she really has to have her 5 minutes of glory.
Yep.
She is such a camera hound, aren't she? What is it? Say hi to everybody. Go on, say hi. I'm working. You gotta go. Right. So, what have you got for Pichan, Roger?
Well, for Pichan, I always, she comes on my show, and I tell her, I hope she did what I told her to do about the land.
Right.
She had a land issue, and I told her what to do about that. But I want to get first off to Valerie, the one that you did earlier. There's a little blonde girl. You mentioned an older man, and there's a blonde girl in there too. A young girl, about 8 or 9 years old, in the house with her. Also, Kellyanne Howe. I don't know who this was on earth, if it was your mother or who it was, but somebody is scolding you. They're pointing their finger. And they're telling you, be patient. So I don't know who this was. I just, like they say, don't shoot the messenger.
Oh yeah, that's a definite.
Yep.
It's like I was explaining earlier on that it's not our information. It's not our information. Our job is to be the mailman, just deliver the mail.
Yes, sir.
Coraine says, Coraine Oliver says, hi, Paul and guest. So, hey guest. The lovely Roger is in the house.
Hello, Corinne Oliver.
And Loretta says, it's great to see you on YouTube, Paul. Loretta, thank you so very, very much. Lindsay Hill says, it's Dad's birthday soon, 17th March, St. Patrick's Day. It's nearly 11 years since we lost him. I long for a connection with him. Now, Lindsay, I don't know whether I find this difficult to say, Roger, at times. I don't know if you, when you get, I've got a connection to say that something like a substance connection here. So somebody crossed over with either a drinking problem, a drug problem. I don't know, but there's something connect there that they want me to acknowledge. Now, what I want to say as well, Lindsay, is it's a great day to acknowledge your dad on St. Patrick's Day. That's a fantastic day anyway, to be acknowledging it. But he wants me to talk about it being not so bad. Okay, I'm hearing it's not so bad. It's not so bad. I want you to know that he has a spring in his step again. That's important. Okay, and he's swinging the shillelagh, but he's swinging it in a fun way. He's hey like that, rather than having to, get himself around slowly. But he's swinging the shillelagh as in a fun way. I keep hearing the music, but I keep hearing something. It sounds like Val Doonigan or something like that. I keep hearing Christy Moore, Val Doonigan, music of that nature, and something to do with the mountains or the mountains of Mourne. Something to do with the mountains. I'm hearing over and over and over. And then all of a sudden, I heard Laurel and Hardy. in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. I just heard that. Um,
On
so
the trails of the lonesome
so
pine.
So, Lindsay, I've got to talk about the music as being significant here. It's important. But he also wants to talk about Liz or Elizabeth or Lizzie. That name is being shouted in the background. And the lady who would have been known for wearing the penny, but making the bread. That's important. I'm smelling bread being made here to be acknowledged. But it's important that you understand that he's met Joe or Joseph. That name is being shouted in the background too. When I give out names, who they are, who they're with, please say hi to. Don't automatically assume this person's cross. But I'm hearing Joseph being shouted in the background. I feel like I'm met up here. There's a whole boatload of people here. There are three. Wow, okay, three. There are three people who have their birthdays and anniversaries in and around the same time here, Lindsay. So, like Dad's is on the 17th of March, and somebody else's birthday may be the 14th of March, or somebody else's crossed on the 17th of March, 18th, 20th of March. But all these birthdays and anniversaries come up around the same time. And he wants to talk about three people. And I'm hearing the name Mike or Malachi or Michael, strong M being shouted. Is that your dogs making that sound?
Yeah.
I thought that was you typing really fast. I said, oh my God, he can type really quick. So let me just finish Lindsay off. Have you got any connection for Lindsay at all there, Roger?
I don't even see her name. It's not on here.
It's just after Corinne.
Right, I was looking and I don't run into it. I do have something for Tia.
Let me finish Corinne.
Okay.
Lindsay, he's talking about the seven as being significant. You're talking about 17th, but he's singular 7. So you want me to talk about July as being significant, or the 7th of a month is significant? Okay, but I'm going to give you the 7th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. Right, and right after this, I'm going to breathe while Roger gets on with it. So, Lindsay Hill. Ask, okay? Ask and you shall receive, my darling. Okay, let me just get that in there. There we go. Ask us to help you in this situation, and we will immediately go to work on your behalf. The angels say we are governed by many universal laws, and among them is the free will that follows you to make your own choices and decisions. So we patiently await your request. So basically, if you're struggling with something there, Lindsay, ask the angels to help you out, but they can only help you once you've actually made that request. Roger, off you go, my mate.
First off, let me tell you, Paul, you have a hacker.
Oh yeah, no.
Ajabadi, whatever the.
You carry on, do that, Reed. I'll get rid of the idiot.
Okay. First off, I want to say to Tia, please do not ignore the pain in your side. I'm seeing you like you bend over and then it'll go away. No, it's not going to. Please stop ignoring it. That's one. Okay, and then a little while ago, I was looking at. Who was I looking at? These go by so fast, you know.
They do.
But I'm trying to reconnect. Who was it? Come on. Somebody is looking. Here's what I get, Paul. I forget who it was that I looked at, but they look up to the sun, and their eyes hurt real bad. It almost blinds them, and I'm really worried about their eyesight. And I'm trying to reconnect with the name.
Okay.
Because this idiot threw me, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, I haven't seen that idiot, so it must be just coming up on your side.
Yeah.
But we'll get to it because I'm flying. We've got a lovely amount of people in tonight, which is great to see. Please make sure that you continue to share the show. Now, if you want the show to continue and get bigger and bigger and bigger, you guys have got to help us out and share the show. But make sure if you're new to the show tonight, make sure you subscribe, hit the little bell icon, and of course, like the show. Hit that like button. I want to tell you all that we're coming to you tonight live on the United Public Radio Network on 105.3 and 107.7 FM. And that's live from New Orleans. Thank you to the wonderful people of UPRN Radio. And don't forget to acknowledge the amazing Michelle and Amelia, and of course Joe, who runs it all. Thank you guys for making this happen. So,
And all I can say to that, Paul, is see.
sí, gracias, gracias. He talking about seeing. Roger's making a connection to someone who either has been hurt or has.
I'm going with
sight.
Dawn Haddam, I
Yeah.
believe it is.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going. There's something about the back of her head or her back of her neck that I'm getting. It's like when she looks up, ow! Or there's a bad pulsing pain. I'm getting that out of her. And also, she makes. Dawn, I'm not picking on you, okay? So please, you need to make better decisions, okay? And please do not sign anything until it's well read.
Dawn's from quite close to me here in True.
Oh, okay. Well, if she's buying something, please read the fine print.
So there you go, Dawn. Look out for that. Read the fine print. Always read the fine print, and just look after the muscles in your neck if you could. Shiloh Murray said, "My name is Brenda. Any news of my sister on the other side?" Well, I get this on a regular basis. Roger will get it as well.
Yeah.
They don't wait to come through mediums. They try and talk to you direct. Okay, they will open up and they will do everything possible to talk to you direct, Brenda. So look out for nuances. Look out for little connections. Maybe photographs, butterflies. Bees, birds, even dragonflies. They'll be using little sort of hints and connections to try and let you know they're around you. Okay. Now, if your sister did cross, I'm getting it 2 here. So either there's 2 sisters in spirit, or she wants me to acknowledge that she went down and then came back again. So when they thought she'd crossed, she in fact rallied back and wasn't ready to go just yet, but then let go and went on the second time. But there's something about 2 about the crossing they want me to bring my attention to. Oh my goodness. It's almost gone blank. No, okay, 9 September is significant, or September the 9th, or the 9th month. The 9th of a month is significant. So I'm getting the number 9 flying up as we're speaking. They're being really, really quick about this. And she's telling me quick, like that. So either she wants me to acknowledge from her diagnosis the crossing was quick. I'm not too sure, but she keeps being really like that. Quick. So while Roger's talking to you, I'm going to get the 9th card.
Who are we talking with? Anyway, you got another knucklehead on here again. And by the way, folks, if I tell you something and I forewarn you to do something, please write it down, because if it hasn't happened now, it'll happen later. Write it down.
All right, Shiloh, or Brenda. There we go. Brenda, there you go. Have confidence, all right? Have confidence. Moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is good enough, along with the knowledge that God works through you, with you, and in all ways. Lean upon us if your confidence wavers, and we will buoy your courage and faith. I like that. It's quite cool, that.
Paul, is Katrina directing this to us or someone else?
Who?
Katrina McGuire?
Where are you getting that?
I speak to spirits and you are a fraud, and you and your DB fraud friends are being watched. If they say that to me, I'll tell you this straight out.
Listen,
Bring it.
The best thing to do is just not acknowledge them, because you get
Yeah.
people who actually come on and do that. That tells you everything about them. That tells you everything you need about them. Okay.
Well, people that are watching right now, they know us and they know what we do, and it's not fraudulent. Trust me. I freaked out some people last night when I was playing music.
I'm just trying to find these people who. Oh, that idiot! I've just found them. There you go. Block user. Okay. The Ajubabi Oogie Hoogie something person.
Yep.
Okay.
Trudy Hall. There's a lady with red hair, red hair behind you, or I don't know if she wore a wig, but I don't think so. But it's red hair. It is kind of orangish, reddish, and it's like she just pulls at it like that, and it's all curly, and she's behind you right now.
Okay.
I think it's a friend of hers, but that's what I'm picking up, a very close friend. This is for Trudy Hall. And by the way, hi, Trudy.
I've known Trudy for 30 years. Trudy and I go way, 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 way back. So I'm glad that, well, although I do readings for her. Catherine has just come up with a question. Paul, I had a dream last night that suggested my nephew may be ready to pass over. How do we know if these kind of dreams have truth to them? Well, sometimes dreams are, when you dream of an end, it doesn't necessarily mean their life. It can be they're coming to the end of a particular essence in their life or a particular sort of stage of their life. It doesn't necessarily mean they're going to cross over. However, if that, I've often said, and Roger will back me up on this, we're mediums and psychics. We're not doctors. Okay. If you feel in your essence that there is a medical issue here, then I would advise wholeheartedly sending that person to the right medical outlet. So if you think, look, they're not well, make contact, give them a call, say, how are you? I just had a dream about you. Don't have to tell them what the dream was.
Yep.
Just say them, had a dream about you last night. Is everything okay? How's things? Oh, do you know what? I'm suffering with this. Then get your butt to a doctor. Alrighty. So if you're getting a heads up about their medical condition, always send them to a doctor. However, when you dream of death, it doesn't necessarily mean death of a person. It could very mean the end of a situation in their lives as well.
Is
There's
an
a death
owl
card.
at the house, Paul?
There's a death. The death card doesn't actually mean death. It means end of.
Right.
So
A new beginning.
a new beginning. That's what that means. Everybody's saying thank you very much. I would like to find out that a person who just gave us a hard time. Paul or Leanne says, Paul, I just realized why Native American is strong in your reading. I live on their land next to a big crystal mountain. Okay, that'll be why I was getting that. That's okay. No, that's good. That's a good.
Trudy Hall, you're welcome. Kellyanne, there's something about, this is for Kellyanne Howell, there's something about either your shoe is busted, your shoe doesn't fit, or there's something wrong with your left foot. I am picking it up right now. And I'm sorry, Paul.
That's okay. Oh, just find that Katrina McGuire person who speaks to spirits. Well, if you're speaking to spirits that well, what are you doing on our show? So we'll just block that user.
Don, I don't know if it's your daughter or if it's you, but I got big time, just big, like a cramp in the back of the neck.
Okay. I'd like you to see if you can do something for one of my dear friends, a guy called James Chalice. You've seen him in the chat room there.
Okay.
James Chalice. He's a really dear friend of mine, and see what you can pick up around him.
May I ask, James, is James like crippled or walk funny?
No. Oh, he's very fit. Chap.
Then who's the person around him that was crippled or walks funny like this?
This will see if James comes back to us now. I'm not too sure what Kellyanne is asking. Did she want to hurt me? I'm not understanding what that is. So, interesting that 35 years and counting. Trudy has just made sure that make sure that I understood. It's been 30. Oh my! It's like a click of a finger. It's just rocketed past. Oh wow! So Lisa just said my best friend who crossed nearly 4 years ago, I believe, left me a message she is here. Her obituary at the top of the shelf in my room was hanging off. But there you go. To tell you, they will try everything to let you know that they're around you. Hi, Paul. It's Pamela in the United States. Second time here. Last time you pulled a card for me, and my brother Paul was giving you a message for me. He was killed in Desert Storm in '91. If you remember, yes. Well, Pamela, thank you for coming back. It's very kind of you to be back here. I really appreciate it.
There's James right there.
Yeah.
James, if you had a friend, a family member, it's a man who walked like this. I don't know if he was crippled. I don't know if he had a stroke. But I see him with like a short cane and he leans like a stick or something. And he kind of hobbles like that. That man is behind you. And he tells me to tell you that he's always with you and he always takes care of you. It's like no one will hurt you because of that man.
Okay.
Kellyanne, I'll just tell you straight out, honey, please get a grip, okay? Don't count on us to give you everything in your life. James, was there such a man? He goes, I'll take that, thank you. What about me? No.
Your mic's really loud, by the way, Rog.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't control it.
No, it's working at least. It's working. That's really, really
Yeah.
good. It's quite clear. It's really
There's
clear.
no delay.
No delay whatsoever. It's excellent. Jessica Putnam, as first time watching you guys, to switch over from Facebook to YouTube. Jessica, thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that very, very much. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon. And don't forget to like the video. If you've got any questions for us, Jessica, do please put them to us. We'll do our best to answer them. Corinne says, Paul, with dreaming of death over and over, which I had of me mom, and so scary to me, then mom came to my house past 2 weeks later. Okay. Okay, you could very well have been given a heads up. You know, you could well very been. I mean, it's only happened to me once in my entire career where a spirit has come through to me and said, "This is going to happen." And in 35 years as being a professional medium, that was kind of like, wow. Okay, so but I'm not saying that that's not how it works. Yes, you could be giving a heads up, very much, which could well be the case with Corinne. However, a lot of the times, dreaming of a passing very often means the end of an era, end of a scenario, end of a situation. I do hope that the stress of dreaming of something as significant as that has now you've let it go, because I can guarantee you 100% that mom and all of your other friends and family who've crossed over are in absolute and total happiness. Okay, and I wish that Katrina Maguire could go to total happiness and just stop being negative, because wish her all the best nonetheless. And I'm pretty confident the only spirit she speaks to comes in a bottle. So anyway, moving on.
Paul,
Yeah.
I did a reading for a lady one time and I told her to, I said, you and your father had a falling out over something stupid. She said, yes. I said, I see some kind of celebration coming up. She goes, it's going to be his birthday. I said, please go. She goes, no, my sisters don't want me there. And I said, I don't care what your sisters want. Please go. I said, celebrate with them. Let them know you're there.
Yep.
And I said, I'm going to tell you why. I said, and I don't do this. I said, but I need to tell you. I said, he's not going to be here long. In fact, I give him 2 weeks. Well, she went. It was his birthday. She danced with them. They cried. They hugged everything and told each other they were sorry and everything like that. And she called me to tell me, Roger, you were right. She said, we laughed, we had good times and everything, and then the next day he died.
Oh, my goodness. Well, the message behind that is communicate, appreciate, and validate.
Yep.
So what I say by that and I say that at the end of every show, communicate, tell the people you love just how important they are to you. appreciate them and what you've got, then validate it by doing something about it. So communicate, appreciate, and validate. Kellyanne says, haha, you ask for questions. Yeah, ask for questions. In other words, what do you want to know, not us. So you ask for questions. So question can be whatever your question wants. Catherine says, I love how our loved ones and spirits stand in love and support from us from beyond. That's absolutely can. Pamela says, may I have a card, please? Well, yeah, while we're working on that, we'll have a card. By the way, Roger, have you moved into your new offices?
We're in the process. We did half of the furniture today, and we'll hopefully do the other half tomorrow or sometime this week.
That's because when people asked me earlier, were you coming on? I said I didn't think so because I knew you were moving, but I'm glad you're here. Pamela, here's the card you requested. Life purpose. The purpose of your life is to serve in a way that brings you great joy to yourself and others. Don't worry about finding your purpose. Instead, focus upon serving a purpose, and then the purpose will serve you. So basically what that means is find out what it is that you want, give 100% to something you love, and it will come back to you equally with 100%. There you go. Tony says, can I have a card, please? Tony's been asking about her son. I did say, Tony, that there was an energy coming through, not claiming one-on-one to be your son, but I did give a read. But okay. Wow, there you go. So the card that comes out is that, Tony. I'm just gonna get it. I've got automatic cameras. These are, and they just basically focus on everything around me. Your soul desires only to joyfully serve and to swim in constant stream of bliss. This stream continuously feeds you with everything you need. Put your entire focus on staying in the stream and giving and receiving in every situation and all that you do. So what that means basically is you need balance in your life, Tony. You need to be, as much as you are missing your son, and I'm who's without saying, but you need to have balance in your life too, because I've said over and over and over, and I'll continue to say it over and over and over, if you want to acknowledge those who've crossed, then be the best you can be here.
Yep.
Kathy Little says, I've gotten 3 signs in the last 2 days. Yesterday was a hummingbird, today's 2 cardinals and a butterfly. There you go. They're around you. They're trying to let you know they're around you. Catherine says, it's such a gift to share what you do. Bless your heart, Catherine. I appreciate that very, very much. Thank you. Phil Tahoe's joined us. Phil, good evening, sir. Welcome to the show. A lot of hurt and recent passing and anger. Will it heal soon rather than... There was another message that I wanted to quickly jump into. It was about luck. I wanted to... I'll approach that one in a second. But Helen has said a lot of recent passing and anger, a lot of hurt of recent passing and anger. Will it heal sooner than later? The answer to that, Helen, my darling, it's that answer is down to you. It really, really is down to you. We have, as human beings, we have a scenario where we kind of want to hold on to, and we tend to hold on to what we've seen last. So when a person crosses, we hold on to what we've seen last, and that's not who the person is anymore. When they cross across the other side of life, they're not as you saw them last. Okay, they have the ability to sort of merge back into when they were their best. So think of them at the best of who they were, and that's who they will be again. So the sooner you kind of get that in your heart, the sooner you can let go of the anger and stress. But it really, really is. They don't like to see family and friends in pain and in stress and in darkness. So that's why I say on a regular basis, you want to honor those who have crossed and be the best you can be here and make them proud by making your life worth something. Paul and Roger, is there levels of our family that guide us? I don't understand your question on levels, but your family and...
Well, remember how we have our level is one, the parents is another, grandparents is another. I think she means that.
Generations.
Yeah.
well, not necessarily generations, but you can have a generation below you, child, grandchild. You can have brother, sister, husband, and you can have parents and grandparents, and they will all help you. There isn't any generational gap that does it. If they have the ability to jump in and help you out, then they will. They do. And here's what I've got to break it to you gently, guys: is they do not become your guides, no matter how much you want it. Your parents, your grandparents, your brothers and sisters do not become your guides. They become what's referred to as helpers. Your guide is assigned to you from the very second you're born, and they stay with you till the second you go home.
I've got two things, Paul.
Yep.
In answer to Valerie's question, the little blind girl, I got the age of 8 to 9 years old. That's one. Philip, I don't know if you're in the process of it now or if you know about it. There's some kind of big deal regarding signing contract or papers or something. Like it's a big money deal for you that's coming.
Oh, cool. That's good. Good
And
man.
hi, Ronnie.
Vanessa May says, "Why can I never feel my mom around me?" And she's been gone for over 12 years. I promise you, Vanessa, she will have been around you. She will have been trying to let you know that she's been around. She's been trying to connect with you, but you're wanting her to connect to you in a specific way that suits you. Now, she will have come into you with sound, colors, pictures, music, smells, every possibility of letting you know that she's around you. But it really is a matter of sitting down and saying, "Hey, Mom, listen, okay, let's figure this out. I really would like you to let me know you're around me by doing this." And stick to that, okay? And let her make the connection. But if you put blinkers on, you are going to miss that peripheral vision. That's my only saying. But I promise you, Vanessa, I promise you with all my heart, she will have been trying to get through to you days after she crossed. Alrighty. Yes, buddy, you were trying to get my attention, or
No, I'm just saying hello to Eileen.
Eileen Backman? Welcome to Eileen. Helen says, "I'm looking for answers that will come eventually. I just need to know that she's here, but thank you." I promise you, Helen, she is definitely. I can't remember who it was that asked me about luck. Okay. Okay, guys, listen. You'll have heard me say, what you give off as energy, you receive as energy. And luck is energy. Okay, luck is a form of energy. Of course it is. So when you give off, if you give off to the universe, I really deserve to have good luck around me. I really deserve great things. The universe goes, okay. But in the back of your head, if you say, "But I know I'm not going to get it," the universe goes, okay. The universe doesn't judge, it just gives. Okay? If you give off, "I really deserve to have good luck and I deserve a beautiful home, a beautiful car, and all the luxuries that goes with life," the universe goes, okay. And then you must keep that locked in your mind. But here's the thing a lot of people don't do. Okay, it's called the law of attraction. A lot of people don't say, "I want it by this date." They just go, "I want that." The universe goes, okay. And just goes, okay. You turn around and say, "Listen, I really need a new house. I want this house and I want it by the first week in September." The universe goes, okay. Now watch out for that. I wanted to answer Angela McKendrick's message here.
Yeah, that's a good one.
How do we break the circle of pain that comes down through generations so they don't affect our grandchildren? And we do it exactly the same way as I've just been explaining. There is no circle of pain, okay? that's something we make up, okay? The messages of our friends and family and spirit is all filled with love and positive energy. They don't send pain down for us, so that this circle of pain is something we make up here. If you don't want grandchildren to receive negative energy, then don't deal with it. Don't have it around them. Don't let it be there. Don't. If you focus on negative energy, you're attracting it. It's that simple. There's no magic cure here. If you don't want negative energy, then don't focus on it. It is that simple. Okay. I don't allow negative energy around me. I don't conform to guilt. I won't allow anybody to use guilt in, around me, or to me. And I people always say to me, "How come you're always happy?" Duh. Because I choose to be. That's why. It's that simple.
Can I answer Tina Ellen, Paul?
You can, but we've only got literally about 5 minutes left. So by all means, my friend.
Okay, Tina Ellen. They told me the first 2 weeks of March will be good, and the last 2 weeks of April.
There you go. We've literally 5 minutes left. That gives me enough opportunity to say thank you to everybody for being at the show tonight. Really appreciate it. Thank you to Roger for coming on. I genuinely appreciate that. You'll be able to see Roger's own show with his beautiful wife Faye on Wednesday night. Roger, tell them the times.
At 7 p.m. Central Standard Times. And yeah, that's it. Central Standard Time.
Okay, at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. You'll be able to join me again on Thursday night at 9 p.m. UK time, which is about 4 p.m. Eastern. And I'll be back with Spirit Quest this coming Thursday night. Until then, as I've said earlier, communicate, appreciate, and validate everyone in your life so a medium never has to do it for you. Tell all the people in your life just how important they are. Don't allow idiots like the person who was in there earlier trying to pull away your energy. If you allow them to get to you, that's your fault for allowing it.
Yep.
Okay? These people have got nothing else to do, so they go and try and wreck other people's lives. Well, guess what? As you give off negativity, what happens? You attract negativity.
Yep.
Let it go. So I will see you guys on Thursday night. Roger will see you guys on Wednesday night. Make sure you're around for that. And then, of course, you can follow Roger again the following Saturday for This Mug's For You. And if I'm free this Saturday, I will definitely get on to say hi. And Roger and Faye's lovely saying is, love is life and life is love.
It says right there on her cups.
Have a wonderful day, evening, and afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Roger, as always, thank you. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for being a superb and wonderful person and friend and supporter. And the beautiful
Thank you for
Faye-
having me, Paul.
Oh, hey, we'll have to do something and get this a joint show going on a regular basis. I think it maybe is probably the next idea.
What size shirt do you wear? Maybe we could exchange shirts or something.
Listen, I have my dear pal Michelle just took her head in the door. Coming up right after the show tonight, we have the Outer Realm. Make sure you're sticking around for watching Michelle and Amelia with their phenomenal show, the Outer Realm. That's right after the show tonight. Hang in there, stick in there, and support them like you are supporting us. Thank you for being here. Michelle, I do need to talk to you about this very guy here. Okay? So please let me know. Give me a shout tomorrow so we can get that signed up and sorted out. Take care, everybody. Good night. God bless. And
Adios.
Adios. Adieu. Good night. God bless. And look out for each other because you know what? You just, life is just, it zooms past ever too quickly.
Yep.
And until you see you again, good night. God bless.